So Highland Rise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
And we're here with
K.I.
D. Cafe with Oxymorrons.
And we're some questions about the upcoming EP, Create, Destroy, Rebuild, Repeat. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you guys feel about the response to the announcement so far?
It's been good. It's been great. It's been kind of like, I guess we're releasing singles. So it's like announcing the EP is always awesome. Everybody's excited about it. And the singles have been received well. So far it's been good. It's been really good.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, the EP absolutely fucking rips. We got to jam it this morning. It is so good.
It is incredible. You guys do not disappoint. Shit fucks.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hell yeah. So is there any meaning behind the EP title or cover art?
The title came, I think it was while we were on tour. And I forgot what we were having a discussion about, but it just sort of improvised the cycle of being in a band, the cycle of life, the cycle of continuing to evolve and grow as human beings, as artists, as a collective society, really.
Yeah, it's like anything early. When you're trying to create something, you go through that weird process of like, I'm gonna make something, and then you get hit with that, like, adversities, and you got to go through that, and you feel destroyed and broken, and you rebuild yourself up, and then you go repeat that cycle over and over again. So we wanted to, showcase that because that's what the experience that we felt and dealt with, and we're pretty sure a lot of people feel that way, whether they're music artists or not. If it's someone that's like, working in any field, or even just trying to be in the gym and just work on their body. It's the same process of you have a vision, you want to create something new, you go through the process of being broken down, then you build yourself back up, and it's a life cycle, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And the cover art.
Oh, the cover art, that's the van on fire. That's the cover art is basically just speaks to the it goes back to what it is, the process of, the road, the heavy road of being in a band and driving in the car and going through that. And we had the Oxy van, but not Black Ricky. That's two separate things. But we have our Oxy van just showing is just a metaphor of, us being in that process, and the fire you see is being broken through and going through that. So that's the whole process and metaphor speaking behind that.
Gotcha. Hell yeah. Gotcha. So can you guys tell us a little bit about the writing process for the EP?
I got last summer I opened a little studio space, and we kind of just got in there and started writing and producing, just the three of us. Again, back to the title and the cycle, we as a band, we've gone through many iterations. Not just sonically, but just like internally, branding wise, members, etc. So we were just sort of locked in on that and wanted to speak to that and create something that was completely and solely ours, as we were in this unique moment of a band of being as the most independent, I guess we have been in quite some time. We wanted to highlight that also with the music and sonically and the things that we were creating. So we just got in and had a great time doing it, by our own means and just with our own ideas, and seeing how far we could push each other in a room and have no other sort of outside influences. It just felt like a special moment in time to fully take advantage of and see what that independence felt like and sounded like to us.
Gotcha. So it was like a conscious decision for you guys going in with the CP to kind of highlight, I guess, the creative process for a band, in a sense, what the title is speaking on of the EP.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. At least for me, I would say the title itself, like Joff and them kind of said, is just kind of like the cycle of art. In a sense that even I guess it has a lot more nuance. It's not as black and white. It's metaphorical and so many different senses, which is why we like the title. For me, the title speaks to just like this disposable space and time that we're in with art. It's just like create, destroy, rebuild, repeat, create. It's just like, that's just kind of what it is. Music kind of became this arbitrary thing where we're just kind of like going through the motions. And being able to be in this space and time for us as far as this creative process that Joff just kind of alluded to. It was just kind of like that there's a creative freedom that came with this project in a sense. Um, we're still in that cycle because we're still in the business of 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 creating art and putting it out for the masses. It's just that this felt a little different because it felt more less transactional, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely. And I'm just curious about the timeline for the EP, when the writing process started, when you guys had masters in hand, just rough dates to get the full scope of how long this took.
The EP came pretty quickly. We tend to write our writing process as Oxys. We write pretty fast, but it's more so when do we feel like we liked it. We sat on it. This project has been completed since last December.
Oh,
Yeah, all songs you heard have been done since last. Those are the things that we allude to as far as like even like when you're in this business, I don't think the fan understands the process. Like for instance, like you guys got Look Alive and thing, but we wrote Look Alive and like we was 2023 August we dropped it. Look Alive was written in 2022 December, something like that. So it's like, yeah, so it's like even this project. So it's like, and even with Job, we were also excited that this is the closest music has been released to its creation in our and for a project in this space for us. This is the first time we were able to be like, oh, we feel a certain way, record it and get it put out because the process for these things are it's difficult at times. That's why as far as independence we are there's excitement and obviously there's pitfalls. I'm not gonna sit here and kind of like push and praise independence as if it's the easiest and the best thing to do. You pick your poison in this music business, and that's what it is. But for us, it was the process was really really cool. Just being in a space, just to be able to create without the pressures of what it's going to do and what it needs to do. You know, so yeah. So that's where when you see this project, it was fun where we really bounced in and out of genres and really kind of also wanted to showcase our abilities, like being genre fluid as we are. The music business, in order to succeed, you have to choose one. And it's really difficult because the way the masses have been taught to absorb sound and the way they even think and digest their music is in a format of similarity. So you like songs because you think it's familiar to you, not because you're actually listening to the song a lot of the time. You know, that kind of shit is like, and knowing the science of that sometimes as an artist it's just so wild. It's so because you speak to so many artists who fall in genres, and I'm sorry if I'm monologuing, but they fall into those spaces where it's just like, damn, like you'd be like, oh shit, he could do that. You know, like we could take somebody like Machine Gun Kelly, who's considered somewhat cringe in some spaces, somewhat not in other spaces, but those abilities have always been there. It's just the industry says this is where you are, and that's who you can only be. And that sucks. But in a sense, being able to create a project like this is saying, yeah, like I know y'all love us for all this other things, but like get to know us, get to understand the music that we listen to, the landscapes that it is, and also at the same time understand the processes in which it takes to create the art that you love. And for this project, it's just like even how we're going about it, I'm really kind of like taken back and a little more subtle with it because I'm very, very excited. And it just feels different. If I could say anything, it just feels different.
Feels different.
Absolutely. To add on a little sprinkle to what my brother just said as well. Like a lot of people don't even know Flavor Flav, the rapper, is a great pianist. Like phenomenal pianist.
Yeah.
And it's because they understood that okay, we have to sell music or be in like the space of commerce at the end of the day. So it's like, all right, I have to do this because it's just like anything else. If you grab a bottle of Coca-Cola and it tastes a little different, you're upset. Or if it looks a little weird, it's like, why did I change the wrapping? It should have been this because I'm used to this, and people don't like change, and that's the reason why they be like, like, why don't you sell like this old album? Like, why don't you go back to that? Like, and a lot of people have to, and like artists have to deal with that, even though they might love to do other things. You just gotta like, play the line for some art.
That's funny because on like just like a conversational level, it's felt that it's like People want the old sound, but they don't want like it's people just don't know what they want. Because I saw a Bad Omens post about their new single, and I'm like, all right, bad, there's the super fans going crazy, and then there's mad people complaining, saying that this song sounds like Sleep Token, and I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, what?
Yeah.
R&B driven, and it's saying, and not to mention that sound actually came from Bad Omens first. Death of Peace of Mind came out before Sleep Token's project, so like they're not copying. It's just like progress. It's so crazy. The gatekeepers are so nuts. It's like
insane out there, man.
Yeah,
They're working overtime.
progress. Yeah, rock gotta progress. Progressive rock exists.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy.
Wait.
And we're part of that.
Yeah.
You're goddamn right.
So, what song off the EP took the longest to write, and which one is each of your own personal favorite?
Could it have been Laughing While Crying, guys? That was one of the first ones we did.
Nah, yeah, Laughing While Crying.
Laughing While Crying flowed, I feel like. I don't think it took long.
That flowed.
I feel like
but we went back to a lot and made changes. Like real changes.
Do you think that was
subtle ones?
That was
I like to think it was Vest.
Oh, I feel like I went back. Writing, I feel like
But that's what I mean. I think
I feel like all corners, because there's certain parts I feel like we went back and we was like thinking about the bridge on like Cool Being You at the end. Should we cut like the intro? Should it be longer or not? We was like doing a whole bunch of stuff with
Cool Being You. We went back and forth. I guess actually, if you say the hardest song to get to completion, it was Cool Being You. Because you think about the mixing process, and we had to recut the gang vocals on tour, and like, Cool Being You. I didn't consider the like I said, that's what I was thinking of, like what songs we went back to, and how many times we went back to it. Yeah, you're right. It was cool.
I think we spent the most time on the arrangement of that song.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And then favorites, I mean, it really depends on the type of day and what side of the pillow I woke up on. But my sleeper favorite is She Got Game. I always find myself going back to that one. And one of those songs I just assume might not be as popular as some of the other ones, but to me, I just love it.
Hell yeah.
I'm stuck between Laughing While Crying and Blind. I just feel like that record is Blind is crazy. Blind is crazy. I remember when they sent it to me, man. I was like, yo, like y'all was on, because for that record, Joff D had built it up and like had sent it to me over. When they sent it over, I was like, y'all was snapping.
Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Favorites for me, it's hard. I really love this project. Exactly. They all do different things.
Yeah. He said She Got Game to be like difficult. Because they're all great. Like,
it's just because they all have, again, because this project really showcases our abilities. So like, I wouldn't say She Got Game is my favorite song on the project. I would say She Got Game has one of my favorite moments on the project. The bridge on She Got Game. Like musically, how we went about it, I didn't know we could do that. Like I didn't know. I was like, I always hear that. They'd be like, oh nah, we dope as fuck. Like,
you sure that's Oxymorrons?
like you remove yourself and kind of hear it, and I'm like, that always makes me listen to us like a fan. It always makes me forget that. Oh shit, we made this. Because I mean, like this.
That's true.
It has so much movement, and it so much culturally represents who we are. So that's one of my favorite moments. But I would have to say, favorite songs it's a tie in between Blind and Lucky Ones.
I was about to say that Lucky Ones too, man. That's like,
for me, why Lucky Ones? Because it's the space we're often not in. It's this that we ourselves personally we are often in. Deep, introspective. It's like we're really known as the Ragers and a really fucking good time all the damn time, right? So that's awesome, but there's so many layers to us. And Lucky Ones explores that vulnerability. Lucky Ones explores like the side of us that we don't always get to show because it's not really the side that's that fun. It's like, how but it is completely necessary to speak on our experiences in an honest way, and then also metaphorically connect that experience to something bigger, because Lucky Ones talks about, that's why it says like, oh, that look awesome on you, baby, don't be scared. If you own it, if you own it, you own it. Like, it's like owning yourself. You look awesome on you, don't be scared to be yourself. It's like, so it's like these messages and that's that messaging and music is big for me. So Lucky Ones, the message we spread on that to end it that way is beautiful. So that's why I'm always stuck in between that one and then Blind is like what? I still can't believe we made that record. Like right now,
bro, Blind is crazy, man. Like,
Blind is gonna fuck people up because I don't think people aren't expect for us to do that.
Yeah.
I agree. And then
Hell yeah. All right. Well, for this question, I want each of you to pick your favorite lyric off the EP and tell us the meaning behind it.
Go ahead, kid. I think I got two, but go ahead, because I'm thinking of.
Well, the whole hook to like Lucky Ones is like, I want to feel like the lucky one, the one that gets the team, the one that gets the girl. Those lyrics to me, I it's so weird because I feel like everyone probably felt at moments in their lives where they weren't feeling themselves or weren't viewed as the cool person, like being like the nerd or the outsider or wanting to be where all the cool people are, all the cool things. And for me, growing up, I would say I dealt with that, and that's what kind of made me push out my cool more. Because as a kid, it was like, oh, I want to see that's cool things. Oh no, you can't do that. Oh no, you can't do that. Oh, I want to try to do that. No, that's not for you either. So expressing that and hearing those lyrics, it kind of hits. It's like getting deep in that core of being like, yo, like this is how I feel. Majority, like a good portion of the time, with a lot of things, and that's what fuels the hunger to step out and do like a Blind, because you feel vulnerable and broken, and then being like, no, I'm not accepting that. And then you got the energy of something else. But for me, the hook for Lucky Ones, that's like me opening that cage. It was really big for me.
Hell yeah,
that's wonderful.
Yeah, I love actually D's verse on Cool Being You always.
Yo, you got me
like an older sibling, they look down on me, bitch. Charge it to the gate. I'm always like, I'm on the street, like,
get him. Yeah.
Like I'm not in the band, like I'm just the biggest fan. That for something about it's beyond like the literal lyrics, the way it's executed, passion and emotion behind it always really gets me.
It's mad funny because a fun nugget about that verse in general, Job. I don't know if I ever told you, just like the way the intro comes in is heavily influenced by Tyler the Creator. I forgot what the fuck I was listening to, and how he's always like, niggas be scared to be cringe, niggas be scared to be weird, right? So he's always kind of saying shit like that, and I'm like, yeah, like how would it look? Like that whole verse is written in the standpoint of going to the lunchroom, like like it's social, because the song is about social currency. So when you say that, that's why I come in, like I slid into the lunchroom, like you so cool, like like that. Yes, that was the imagination behind that. I want to sit at your lunch table. That's why I said that. Like, it's like, and so it's funny that you say that. That is the lyric that jumped out to you, because I think for me it's and I guess that's it's the personal of that. It's Blind, the second verse, and Blind.
My second favorite also.
Yeah, I go. Yeah, I see you. I used to be you. Your next neighbor, Resident Evil. We all been programmed. It's time to reboot. So that like meant a lot, because it was like I was showcasing lyrical ability. Like we want to be able to show more in this space. But also at the same time, I was being vulnerable about I can see you, because the line before it was what is it? Girls and pearls, and it's so hard for the girls, Earl. Us don't play possum. no, throwing stones don't play possum. If you feel something that's just self-conscious, yeah, I see you. I used to be you. Your next door neighbor, Resident Evil. That line is me saying, yo, like I can see you. I'm not trying to shit on your flaws because I used to be that. That's
Yeah.
how I see it. Yeah, I see you. I used to be you. I used to be misogynistic. I used to be a weirdo. I used to be kind of in a space where I was raised to kind of see females in a particular way. So now that's why I say, yeah, I see you. I used to be you. Your next door neighbor. I was in your crew, bro. Your next door neighbor, Resident Evil. I used to be part of the evil clique. I used to see Resident Evil. We all been programmed. It's time to reboot. And then that's why I say, fine, we are not. So that's hard for me to define. So it's like, that's why I said that song, it's like, it's my favorite because it speaks about serious topics in a very fucking fun way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even when I say life is difficult, that's the way it's designed. That's just truth.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think for me, those are the lyrics that really stood out because I don't. Again, we're a very fun band. We trying to put things in spaces, so we don't always get to be vulnerable in particular ways in records. And I think this all over this EP, I was extremely vulnerable about certain things, and it was really dope to be able to do that without worrying about whether the song is going to be a hit, whether it needs to hit all these commercial standpoints. When we just got in there and just wrote how we felt, and it was really cool to finally be back in that space.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, straight. And would you guys be able to tell us where your headspace is at while you're creating the record?
That varied. Our headspace is all over the place. We created this record in a little bit of time of, as much as we speak on the freedom, turbulence. There's a lot of turbulence. As you spend, how can I say it? Melanin Punk was a moment for us in so many ways where it was the height of our industry acceptance. We finally felt seen in the scene in so many different ways, but at the same time, we also realized that we kind of don't belong a little bit, you know, like we kind of still don't fit in. And that's fine because I think Oxymorrons will really never fit in anywhere. That's kind of just that's who we are, but we kind of like realized that. And then coming into this project, we were just like, yo, I think the biggest goal was just truly being us. So so our headspace would jump because just like in life, where you are jump sometimes, and you know you go through a span of time. So like you know, and in particular, I could tell you a lot of the songs speak to the headspace we were in at the moment because "Cool Being You" was one of the first songs we did for this project, and that's how we felt. It's cool being you, but I can't relate. There's so many bands that we know, like that's dope, that's awesome, that's cool, that's fucking you're in the in crowd. And as much as and the thing is, I'm glad we executed it properly because we never wanted it to come off like a complaint. It was more so an observation of a reality, and those are the things I guess. That's what I've been trying to express here is like the last few years, this project represents. If you want to talk about the point of the question was the headspace, I think our headspace changed a lot in this project. It's truly an oxymoronic project in a sense, and even in that, we were wading through real life emotions. A lot of things happened, and then we just got off tour. Management shifts, agent shifts, label, like everything that could have been happening in business was happening, and then life was happening. Like my father-in-law passed, like the kid moved, job, like there's job, like friends, like it's just so much. Life is lifing while you're creating these things. So headspace can vary realistically, but the songs show you the headspace. Because Blind, I was really thinking about the state of the fucking world and like where we're at, and why are we so fucking blind on both sides? Like, you know, like it doesn't really matter. It's like that in that space, and then you got Black Sheep. We're clearly pissed the fuck off over it all. You know, cool being you. We like, damn, we could be cool too. It's just like you gotta go through these things. Bulletproof vest. We're talking about cancel culture. Like, there's just so many themes in this, and even She Got Game. Like that's one that everybody like. Yeah, like that girl yeah, she got it. She ain't you chasing her. She's not chasing you. Like, you not smooth in this. She got the game, bro. You got game. It's okay.
That's just crazy.
Even like going back with like laughing while crying. That whole thing is like that whole spectrum of like you going through all this stuff in your life and And it's like, you know, the hook is like, I didn't mean to make you cry, but I did anyway. Like it's like, all right. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, like, oh, it's like the whole sorry, not sorry. It's like, get out of here.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
and you know, and to be honest, like, and frank, we see that all the time, not just only, you know, in life, in the scene, everywhere. It's like, oh, I didn't mean to, like, oh, everyone's like doing that. And it's like, all right, cool. We love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, for real. I forgot we were talking about that topic when we made Latin rock. And then even the title song, CDRR.
Oh yeah.
That song, yo, we made that. We knew we was gonna go into a crazy direction. And I think, if I'm not correct, that was the first song, right?
That was the first one because we did that. We started that on tour in August
Yeah.
with the varsity tour.
Yeah, that's where a lot of those work lines started.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of the ideas started formulating on that tour, and then the studio opened in August, and then we went on tour mid-September to October. And when we got back from October, we just finished
Yeah.
thing from mid-October till beginning of December, and just like cut everything.
Yeah, and then the interludes. Oh my God, I love those.
Oh.
Those are just beautiful musical moments, just showing people like we created this world, this landscape, and I really hope in this so single-driven, weird-ass time that we're in, that people really do absorb the landscapes and the textures that was put into this project in particular ways, because every ounce of this project is very intentional. And we just took our time as far as like, not time is like, we took our time, we took 3 years working on this every day. No, we didn't do that. It was more so getting it to points that we wanted, choosing to go back to records and doing certain things, but also respecting the freedom of creating art that we're allowing to exist as free as it could potentially exist. Like Josh said, creating with limited parameters. And it's no knock on anyone, because verbiage can be taken out of context. It's no knock on any producers we've ever worked with. It's no knock on anyone. First and foremost, the person who's produced most of our songs is Zach Jones, and he's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
So we could just say that. But to be able to, it's not that Zach would force us into any direction. We created art openly, equally, and even with Zach. Just when it was just the three of us, and we were able to do this. It wasn't just therapeutic. It was, I don't even have a word for it, but it left us with a great sense of pride.
I'll never forget, just speaking on Zach Jones too real quick, it's like we put these songs and demos together and we sent it to him, you know, like mix and master, and he was just like, y'all ever thought about just releasing demos? Like he's like, I don't really want to touch it. And that's when it, you know, reaffirmed and confirmed we had something very special. And what makes it most special is the essence of like how much of it is just us.
Yeah. And people liking it. I forgot about that, bro. Like, yeah.
I don't want to do anything to this. So we were
I remember, because normally when we have a demo, we send it to Zach, and we give Zach like a lot more freedom than just mix and master, like, because he's a really good producer. So Zach will arrange. He'll get crazy. Zach will send you some shit back. You'd be like, holy shit. And so it's awesome. And that was the first time Zach came back, was like, yo, I kind of don't want to touch this, bro. Y'all dudes have done some shit to this. This is different. This is exciting. It's new. He said it feels fresh. He was like, in the grit and it not being overly polished is what's making it so fucking fire. It's so raw. It's so real. He was like, didn't want to touch it. He thought we created something awesome. And like Josh said, that was flattering for sure.
That's dope as hell. I love that. So this question should be super, super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this EP for new listeners in 3 words. 3 words each, not 9 total. No more, no less.
Creative, dynamic, vulnerable.
Off the dome.
Yeah, I agree. It's just like pretty much the same. Yeah, creative, definitely vulnerable, and yeah, super dynamic. Yeah, I'm with you, D.
You gotta come up with your own.
I could come up with my own, but I could sit there and say other, like, I don't have like words where when I think of the album, I just think of, from my perspective, for a listener to come in and be like, oh, what are you gonna hear? I don't want to give you anything. I want you to have your interpretation when you hear this project, and you come and tell me your 3 words, because I could tell you what I feel: joy,
Mhm.
happiness and like nervousness and all of that. It's like
Yeah.
excitement. And I give you those words, but I can't be like, man, I'm gonna give you because D hit it right on the nail because those are things I would say.
Yeah.
After that, I'm gonna lie to you right now and be like, I'm gonna think of these cool words to say to sound prolific, and I'm gonna lie to you. That's a lie. And
You
it's
know what? That's
like,
fair. That's
yeah.
fair.
So I'm just being open honest, just like we are in the album. So honesty is one of them.
Oh,
All
all
right,
right.
cool. There we go. All right, honesty.
Are you lying to me right now? Are you?
No, I'm not lying.
You got it? Okay. Okay.
So honesty could be one, I guess.
Mhm.
It's just the same words. It's these words, but different words. It's the same
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Right.
Synonyms.
Essence. Yeah.
In order to maybe address something else, because I feel the same way in terms of these words
Yeah.
describing the whole project, but at least what I kept referring to when we were like looking for sounds too, and just like especially like synth sounds, there was a very conscious effort to like make some like festival music, and I've been working a lot in like underground rave clubs in New York too, so I wanted to bring some rave sounds and things that I've been listening to and enjoying around.
Mhm.
And I kept going back to the Blade movie, so I'll say Blade killing vampires,
Hell yeah. You know what? Fuck yeah.
just to mix it up a little bit. All right.
Exactly. A
Cool.
little sparkle in there. Yeah.
Here we go.
Hell yeah. And are you guys able to touch on any particularly challenging or standout moments during the creation of the EP, positive or negative?
I think the fact that we've landed on we created this independently, the three of us, but as we've spoken to throughout that process, a lot of things were changing. It wasn't like we started this project with the idea after shifts in management and agents, and label. All that happened as we finally got to this finish line. So I'd say like creating this while figuring out where we are and where we want to be, and what is the moment that in this process and journey means the most to us, like how we got here, because it wasn't all those decisions weren't made while after the project was done or before, and
It
then we
was
just
boring.
let's do this, like this is all part of it. So where we've landed now, and how it feels to us, the journey has been that's been part of the entire journey too. So I mean it's been difficult, but also a really beautiful experience to not end it, but like reach the finish line with this project in terms of finally putting it out and sharing it with the public. Having gone through all the things we've gone through, and in that feel what like it, not necessarily newfound freedom, just different types of freedom can feel like while you're in making a project, and being like true and honest to yourselves about it. So.
Yeah, that's true. And I would even say, if there were a specific thing to hone in on outside of like, management and all that stuff, there's also the first project that we did without Maddie.
Yeah.
This band had a lineup shift. Everything about it. That's why Joff is mentioning that we were writing this music while so much shifts were happening to us. And the funny thing, we're on tour. A lot of you were like, all of this stuff is happening all at the same time. And so yeah, like, so there's not a particular one story, but like in particular, I know just the struggles that we just had as a band, as people, as holding the ship together. I guess the quickest and cleanest way I say it is maneuvering the show must go on. That aspect of the business is kind of an aspect that gets overlooked. Like, yeah, man, we hit so many points. These tours are awesome. We get it. Y'all see us raging, but we don't see our families. Things happen. Life shifts. Albums come out. Singles. That's what we said. Create, destroy, rebuild, repeat. It's just it's a cycle, and not, you don't always get to have moments in the cycle. These cycles, and especially we've learned now as far as like being in music in more of a professional sense. This shit felt like when we first started. Like, if I could put it,
special.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just that's because, man, I'm telling y'all, like, as good as a Project Melon and Punk was, it came under pressures, and I would never talk about the album in a negative way ever, but it is an album that we all say it's not exactly what we wanted it to be. For a lot of reasons. but it did its job, and I would never, the art on it, we absolutely love. We don't put out shit we don't like. That wouldn't have been the thing.
Of course.
We'd have just been arguing with the label, and we would have been one of those bands that was like, oh, they ain't putting the album out. Oh my God, what's going on? But in this project, it's, I don't know, man. I don't think I could allude enough to the maturity that came from this project.
Yeah.
The understanding of our responsibilities as band members, as friends, brothers, human beings. We are a different band. Our experiences shaped us, and I love it, and I'm excited for people to really absorb and get into this Oxy phase, because I think this is one of the purest you would have seen us in.
Yeah, I was gonna say too, just like whenever you're going, any human, any person going through major shifts in life, initially it's hard to not feel like you're just losing things along the way, and finding that motivation and energy to like keep going and see what the positives are in it, or see newfound freedoms, or a different opportunity and perspective you may now have because you did lose this thing. You still have to initially lose the thing and grieve it, you know, and then figure out where to go. We didn't have the answers every time something changed. We never do. We just could like put our heads together, come together, support each other, and work through it. And we're always creating as is. So again, like even the title, it's like it is the cycle of everything. Because like we didn't have this aha moment at the end of all the shit. All of this is happening and being created and thought of while we're going through the shits, you know. Just to say, like, yeah, we didn't have it all figured out, and it didn't always feel good. It's every like life is.
Oh my God, yo, did it?
It constantly feels like we're losing more than we're gaining, whether as people or and as artists in the industry itself. You know, so navigating that space and still coming out of it on this side with a project, as we keep speaking about, is honest and true to ourselves, and like independent in the sense of like just us three. You know, that's a major win, but we don't want anyone to think that it was at all like just easy and old, you know, circle around the block. Like we were going through shit actively as we were creating all of this. And that's why it has a multitude of sounds and emotions and range and topics, because we were just speaking to the shit we were going through. And again, this is the finish line in terms of that first finish line when we share with the public. That's how we got here. But it wasn't all like thought up of after we went through this shit. It's all the shit we went through was in there, you know. That's why.
You feel it, yo. You do feel it when you explain it like that, Job, and that was mad eloquent. Like the way you just explained it, like you're right. It's there. That the songs literally represent the moments of what we were going through and the changes that were happening. And that's why I'm not feeling cool. It wasn't we don't always feel great. Like we made Black Sheep, I was mad as fuck. I was really just over hypocrisy and all the things, and it was just like, so then Black Sheep was actually a call to let it go. Like, fuck it, why not? That's why that came from. If we gonna be like this, then just burn the whole shit down.
Right.
That was one of those moments, and so it's funny in hindsight, when I think about where we were mentally for some of these songs and like what was happening. It does, it is true, it's honest, and I'm fucking proud of this shit. I don't care what it does numbers wise. I don't like whatever, bro, as long as it's gonna come out, people resonated with it, and people who have been listening to us, who've now had the chance to actually hear it, you guys coming on, and the first thing you said was the project, it was incredible. That's thank you. No, literally, when I said that, I was like, interview over. This is what we have.
Stop the recording.
Thank you.
Really, really thank you, because it's easy in a time where art is so disposable, for people to forget how much of your actual heart and passion you put into what you do.
Absolutely.
Low key, metaphorically, it's like it's like you saying the album is like you enjoy the music so much. It's like a single mom being told you're a great mom. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I've been through a lot, bro. I was doing a whole lot through this process of like trying to take care of you.
This kid.
You know what I mean? Just to try to get you here, I did a lot. If you just say thank you, it's like, Thank you.
Exactly.
yeah.
Damn straight.
Love that.
It's work, man. The exchange ain't always equivalent in music. So when it
Yeah.
is, when it happens, we again experience, man. That's one thing I can say. We have matured through all of this and through these processes. And if you culminate all of the years we've spent being creative in music and doing what we've done, yeah, like I say, I'm proud of what we've done. There are some things I wish paid out different, but I'm extremely proud of this project. I'm extremely proud of where we are, and I'm extremely proud of even some of the things we can't mention on this thing and where we're going. And to have weathered the storms we weathered, and to have done it with so much grace to the point where most people don't even know what's happening on the outside. That's what Joff was alluding to, and thank you, my God. I don't think I've ever even. I don't think I've had the time, and I'll do it on this call just to say thank you, Joff and Kid, the way we all just kind of went through one of the hardest times of our lives as a band, and still found the clairvoyance and the energy to create something that's still special, that's still unique, and that still represents us, and not to have let the times we are in jade the music. Dude, like it's really because we could have.
Man, thank you too.
For real. Bad album, man. We could have made. We could have cursed everybody out.
It could have been whack.
Yeah.
The album could have been no smiles. Easy.
Right. Yeah. Jeez.
That was cool, yeah, man. Like, create this build, repeat, man. And we in that cycle. So right now we're about to repeat. We're about to start creating again. Just like Josh said, we always write it. So there's already a couple of songs written.
I was gonna say you're already halfway through.
I love it.
Already got some shit that we like. Oh, we should have put on this project.
Yeah.
She just waited a little bit longer. Yeah.
That's the thing we also learned too. Like, all right, let the moment end. As artists, always try to add it.
Exactly. Just take time to relish, enjoy, so then you can have separate time for the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't throw everything on one project. If we could, it would be one ongoing album.
I was gonna say a
It'll never end.
continuous just
It'll just never end. They keep building.
One album.
exactly. Jesus Christ.
Imagine that though for 20 years. Just never change the album title.
You're just constantly adding new shit. Honestly,
I mean, with this thing going on, like you can do that now. Just keep adding.
Just keep adding shit.
Keep adding songs ever.
Next project, maybe.
Yo, listen, that might be a cool marketing scheme.
Come on. If Haley Williams can drop 17 fucking different singles, I mean, why the hell not? You know?
Why not? Just
facts.
Yeah, fuck with the algorithm. Get the algorithm what it wants now.
Exactly. Come on.
Well, that's all the questions we have for you guys today. Is there anything that you guys would like to plug?
Shit, I don't know. All our social media, Oxymorrons is on everything. It's OXYRRONS. That's 2 R's, not one. If you know the slogan, yes sir.
Yes.
And then
it's not one.
Yeah, oxymorrons.com. Please pre-save.
Create the project.
Repeat. Like we're horrible at promoting ourselves.
God bless.
God bless. We love you all. Listen to music, stream it, love your favorite artists, and if you truly want to support them, like, comment, share, and the biggest form of support is to go buy a concert ticket.
Hell yeah.
Go.
All right. Well, thank you for silence, guys. It's been Oxymorrons, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.